Not slow, not slow. And we're getting going into different clothes. Not slow, we're riding low. We're getting going into different clothes. I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid. Bitch, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid. Bitch, I'm paranoid.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles.
Yes, gobble, gobble, motherfuckers.
Welcome back to Paranoid Radio Podcast. This is your boy, Trebles Garcia. And joining me again in the ones and twos is the best co-host on the fucking planet, Gobble Gobble.
What
All
up,
right.
fam? Salute.
That was the worst fucking sounding turkey I've ever fucking heard.
Hey, fool, it was a turkey getting shot, but still throwing out his shot, all right? Straight up.
Oh, all right. You already know what this is. This is the best turkey. I mean, wait. The best fucking... This is the best show with the best content for the best fucking listeners. You, the probers, Probe Nation. Now, for all the new listeners that are just tuning in and that are fucking getting hungry for this turkey fucking season, please allow me to give you a brief history lesson of what the probers and Probe Nation is. About a year and a half ago, a series of aliens came down and ate the fuck out of Tank's turkey. They probed the fuck out of his turkey. Ever since then, it became a fucking inside joke. And he probes you guys probe him back. We are Probe Nation. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. All I know is that they buttered up his hands and they went deep on them. Yeah.
All right, dog. All right. Enough of all the fucking around, guys. We have a very amazing episode lined up. You already know every fucking episode is amazing. But right before we do any of that, I want to make sure that we all take a minute to breathe in and give thanks, not only to the creator, but to our family members, our friends, our foes, the people that may help us grow throughout all our entire fucking this entire year. Starting with you, Big Tank, I want to thank you so much for being not only the co-host, the host, the best co-host in the fucking planet, but also a good friend. I've known Big Tank for about almost 15 fucking years, and maybe a little bit more. I got to meet his freaking wife, his mistresses, all his side hoes, and his baby, and his mom, and his dad, and his brothers, and his sisters. I don't think he has any sisters. Well, Big Tank, thank you so much, bro.
Bro, don't forget, baby mama, girlfriend, side chick, and the mistress. All right, you know what I mean?
Ooh, all four of them all put together. That is right. Now, Big Tank, now that we actually got that out of the way, Big Tank, please
No, hold the fuck up. Hey, real talk, I appreciate you, Brody, for bringing me into this, because without you, I wouldn't be doing this right now. Another thing, thanks to the fans, we appreciate you guys listening to us. Even if we were to have one fan or no fans, we'd still be doing this, but it just means that much more to everybody.
Yeah.
And it means a lot to us. I know it means a lot to Trebles. So this really does go from the bottom of our hearts, and we are definitely thankful for you guys.
That is right. Stay tuned for every fucking episode this upcoming fucking month, because we have a very amazing, supersonic, extra saucy episode for December. I'm not going to ruin it just yet. But Big Tank, go ahead and connect the randomizer machine and give me the listener of the fucking week.
Randomizer machine, do your thing.
Listen to that baby purr. Big Tank, who do we have now?
Mike27R from Instagram. Once again, Mike27R to Instagram. Massive shout out. This episode goes out to you.
Mike27R on Instagram. Thank you so fucking much for joining us, for tuning in, for following us, and participating in our nonsense and our polls on Instagram. This episode goes out to you. Now, Big Tank, it's a fucking bird. No, it's a turkey. No, it's a plane. Fuck no, it's Paranoid Radio. Big Tank, what is happening?
What is happening? Gobble, 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 gobble. My people, you guys know the deal. This is what is happening. The best segment led by yours truly, the favorite co-host of this whole shebang. All right, my people, if you guys don't know what is happening, I give you guys two stories. I want you guys' official input. I want you guys' 2 cents plus my 2 cents. And we taking that bitch to the bank of knowledge.
Ooh, the bank of knowledge.
Yes, my people. On to the first one. My people, this kid, and I'm going to say he was a kid because he was like about 13, 14 years old. Teenager, but in my eyes, he's still a kid. Even though I might seem older now. I feel fucking ancient, to be honest. And I still haven't even touched my 30s. So, I mean, imagine when I touch my 30s, I'm going to feel fucking dinosaur, to be honest.
Okay,
but
okay.
This kid found over $12,000 that they had left outside the ATM machine. So we've all seen when the ATM machines get there, so they all get stacked up. They usually have a security guard outside, and another person is loading up the machines. Well, believe it or not, they actually left a bundle of stack of cash.
Get
over 12,000. Yes. $12,000 just laid out right there. He actually did the right thing. He notified the bank. He let them know. So for those $12,000, they actually gave him a $500 reward.
500, man. I would have kept the 12 G's, bro. Get the fuck out.
I know. But as a 13, 14-year-old,
You know what?
really do much?
You know what? I still would have kept it.
You know the parents are gonna take away. You know the parents are gonna take it away without even trying. Give me that shit, me. Give me that shit, homie.
Dog, you know what, dude? Okay, I guess. I fucking guess. Whatever, dude. What's the next?
But how many opportunities? I don't think 1 in a million people will ever get that opportunity, to be honest.
Yeah, straight up. Did you see the one where I guess there was a car filled with money coming from the bank on the 5 freeway in San Diego, and it fucking broke open, and all the people stopped the fucking freeway to pick up the money off the road? It's like, wow. When does that ever happen to us?
Who wouldn't have done that? I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody got into a car crash just trying to pull over.
Absolutely.
Could you imagine just, oh shit, money, pull over. Ooh,
yeah, automatic.
I'll cover the deductible with whatever we pick up right now.
What you got next, my boy?
To the next one, dog. To the next one, my people. All right. So, if you live in a real metropolitan area where you do have the ability to use the train, do you use it?
No.
Okay.
Well, not in LA, at least.
Okay, exactly. I work in LA. There's train stops everywhere. You have Grand Central Station. There's Metrolink up ahead. It really is popping here, but not like how it is in the East Coast, where a lot of people take the subway, and it's really just really hard. Okay, so they are introducing new forms of conventional method use. So we've all heard of Elon Musk's private tunnel that he has. Okay, so they are actually thinking of implementing things for certain type of vehicles. So we could be looking at a future where trailers don't occupy the freeway anymore.
Oh, okay. So
it's bad enough as it is, because if you guys don't know the rule, trailers are allowed to take up as many spaces as long as they leave one free one to residential, to regular vehicles. So for example, if you have a 4-lane, they could take up to 3.
Yeah. And
they leave one open, but for the most part, they stay on the 2, just because the third one or the second one, whatever it is only supposed to be a passing lane. So it's
the first and second lane are passing lanes, and third, fourth, and fifth, are for them. Yeah.
Yes. So it just, can you imagine? As it is, there's more cars than people.
Yeah.
We all know that. Okay. Anywhere you go now, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour minimum.
It could be around the fucking block. Can't go to the liquor store without getting traffic.
Exactly. So I mean, is it a
we
right
need
move?
that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's something we really need to push for, because if we could get a lot of commercial vehicles out, if they have their own lanes, can you imagine if there's just a lane directly to wherever you have to go?
I agree.
So for example, you that like to travel a lot towards TJ a lot, can you imagine? Okay, well now I just have to get on the blue route or whatever it is, and it'll take you directly to TJ. No more travel, no more intersection or whatever it is.
For the right cost, because obviously all of this equals money as well. There has to be a transaction.
Of course. There's going to be a price to this.
I don't know if you noticed on the map of the United States that all the eastern states are all crumbled together, and then all the western states are all opened up in big pieces. That's because as the U.S. was expanding, the little states were all cramped with people, and they were all cut in little tiny pieces. So they didn't get into a habit of owning a vehicle. They liked walking everywhere. Everything's closer to them. While in the other side of the fucking country, in the west side, in the west coast where we live, we started adopting the vehicle. So that's why up to 1997, the LA had the most, I want to say, formidable highways in the planet until China and Saudi Arabia came through.
And then all of a sudden now are the worst pieces of shit, potholes everywhere. It's fuck.
That is right.
This was what is happening. I hope you guys enjoy these two stories. And if you guys didn't, I really don't care because I love them, right?
Thanks, Big Tank, for those two amazing fucking stories. As always, doing an amazing fucking job. Everybody, please give him a round of applause. That was a late round of applause, people. What the fuck?
Stupid machine. Stupid randomizer machine.
Oh, shit. That's what's up, guys. That's what's up. Now, Big Tank, let's dump into the deep end of the fucking pool. We have the biggest truth bomb yet. About to expose something that's gonna not only gonna hurt your eyes, but it's gonna sting the rest of every Thanksgiving from this moment forward. We're gonna bring you the real true factors and history facts, dark history facts of Thanksgiving, how it evolved, but most importantly, the 9 top ways. This is okay, again, 9 Lives X2, Thanksgiving edition. The 9 ways the Native Americans were slaughtered and massacred by the Pilgrims and the Europeans.
Okay. Right. So it's times 2 because it's top 9 ways that people have died, but we're making it a Thanksgiving edition, people. That's why we are saying it is times 2.
That is right. Plus, we did have a 9 Lives before. Go check it out. This is how we covered the ways people murdered and killed other people. The oldest profession on earth is not only prostitution, but it is also war, killing. That's the biggest fucking business in the fucking world still to this day. If you look it up, there's horrible ways to make people suffer and die. And this is going to be covered on today's topic. Today we're going to be having an amazing episode lined up because today we'll be speaking about the genocide, corruption, massacre, and the real dark history of Thanksgiving. Yes, a holiday filled with joy and what we practice, but also share with others.
Of course.
That's right.
It's supposed to be the day where you give thanks for everything that you've accomplished, everything you've done, everything you still have in your life, or stuff that you've lost, but you're still thankful for what they might have impacted you or done for you.
That's right. Now, before
we give traditional, but let's drop into the new one.
That's right. Now, before we give you the 9 top ways the Europeans, Pilgrims, the Spanish, and the English decided to kill the Native Americans on this land, I have to give you a brief history lesson. As you know, Thanksgiving, also known as Turkey Day, also known as the night before Black Friday, has been transformed to a day of commerce, a day of business. A lot of people forget that Thanksgiving is a day that we sit around the table with family members and give thanks not only to God, but also every living individual and those who have passed. We're supposed to give thanks for our abundance, for our breath, for everyday privilege on this land. The U.S. was not a found country. It was a new world, and the U.S. was colonized. It was stolen away from the native. People now tend to work long night shift hours on Turkey Day and go back into Black Friday because of the long lines on sales that the stores offer. People regrettably sit outside the stores waiting for the doors to open and get the latest TV and the latest shoe brand, even the most inspiring ornament for their fucking Christmas tree. This takes too much energy and too much corruption, and it takes away from the fucking sole purpose of Thanksgiving. So before we do anything, I wanted you guys to know that Thanksgiving is not Black Friday, and it's not based on buying people anything. It's not going purchasing. It's not even doing that. It's sitting around. Even if you eat a couple noodles with your fucking family members, it doesn't even matter eating a fucking turkey or a ham. It's about giving thanks and fucking breathing peace and sharing love with everybody around you. All right?
Amen. Preach.
Now, Big Tank, if you allow me to jump from the deep end of the pool and set the fucking mood, I'm going to give you the first way the Pilgrims killed the native. The first one will be staking. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. So the Pilgrims came, they created treaties with the Native Americans in order to be able to hunt and live and reside within the Native American land. So what they did was, after these treaties were, I want to say fucking expired, they went to war with the natives, and they went to war for the same fucking land and for the same hunting bison and for the turkeys and everything they wanted to eat on the land. So what they decided to do was they went to war with the chiefs, and the chiefs were the first ones that were getting slaughtered. After they would shoot the chiefs, they would cut the head off the Indian, off the Native American, and put it on a stake and stand it on the ground for 3 fucking years. And use this tactic to scare all other tribes that were going to come in and try to take over the land. Staking.
Wow.
Hashtag look it up.
Damn. Okay. Okay, on to the next one. Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Death by carriage. So,
Whoa.
if you guys don't know this, a lot of people, when they were having all these wars with the different tribes, with the different Indians, they would actually hold prisoners. And what they would do, they would actually tie them to the back of carriage, and they wouldn't care, to be honest, if they went slow or fast. They would actually, most of the times, just drag them through. By the time they reached the destination, they were all pretty much dead or severely injured, which would lead to their death. Because medication,
What
they weren't
the
going to give them
fuck?
medication. Yes. Hashtag go look this up. By the time they brought back 10, 20 warrior men of the
Mm-hmm.
people,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just killing them there, they would actually drag them back to do it as a purpose, not even to take them wherever they were going to take them to kill them. Just drag them, have the horse run a little, and just be dragged, run through the rocks and everything.
What? That is some fucked up shit, dude.
Heavily, heavily, heavily.
Here we go with number 3. The Indian fever. Like the Aztecs, North American natives also suffered through the pestilence. Back in 1600s, the natives were not only they were not immune to any European illnesses. So the survivors of the Mayflower, Columbus and all these fucking people that came on these giant ships, amongst others, that they did not only bring slaves from Africa, but they also brought European illnesses. Native Americans suffered as they grew lumps under their skin, flu-type symptoms, coughs, fevers, and that actually led up to, unfortunately, destroying 90% of the population of all native tribes in the east coast of the U.S. Boom.
Wow.
Massive motherfucker.
Because they weren't used to it. They weren't
Yeah.
used to those diseases. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They weren't immune to it. That's fucking crazy, dog. What you got for number 4?
Intentional but unintentional. Huh.
Intentional, and I guess. You could say.
Okay, number 4, my people. Death by fire. Okay, so
Whoa.
if you guys ever seen how do you call it? What is it? Home what is it? Home on the Prairie?
I haven't seen it.
I don't remember the exact name of it, but it actually shows a real similar clip. But they actually portrayed it wrong. So, my people, if you guys didn't know this, we had a lot of Native Americans that were being pushed out, and they were in the Midwest. So a lot of the Midwest, a lot of prairie fields, open fields, and as we kept on growing and expanding, they had to find more ways of getting rid of people. So what they would actually do is late at night circle with a farm horse to dig a trench, basically, so the fire wouldn't spread over whatever they didn't want. So they do a big old circle around the campsite, have various people light it up at different points.
Oh my god!
And just
dude.
meet up in the middle.
I'm telling you, a fucking Holocaust, bro. Damn.
It really was. It really was. Can you imagine how many people did not die while they were sleeping, and the ones that got out were basically shot to death?
Yeah, the ones that were able to escape the fire pits, but not the surrounding pit of the ring that the horses built. Wow. Yeah, man, it's fucking fucked up. That is right. Number 5, starvation. Yeah, we all know that along with colonization comes extinction, not only for the natives, but also the animal kingdom. A lot of Native Americans shared animal locations and meat and strategies of hunting distinct animals in the U.S. to the settlers, the colonizers. Once this happened, the colonizers took advantage of all the gifts and the fucking talents and the tools that the natives were doing. And they fucking started over hunting. Now check this out. Not only over hunting, because the Native Americans were already doing that, but the Native Americans were so in sync with the ecosystem that they would fucking hunt on seasons. So for example, in the winter, they wouldn't hunt. In the winter, they would wait off, and then on spring, they would wait off. They would hunt the biggest pieces of meat, the biggest fucking bison, the biggest animals, the adult-sized animals in the fall, so that all their kids could grow up, and by the time fall comes up, those kids, those calves, those little animals, they were already almost full grown, ready to be killed and slaughtered and eaten. So what's happening was the settlers didn't know this. The colonizers showed up and they started overkilling, not only for the freaking meat, but because also the industry of felt, the industry of leather. They started fucking not only sharing and buying, but also trading with other colonists, all the fucking goods of the land of the Native Americans.
Wow.
Yeah. So eventually it led up to starvation, where other tribes started starving and dying.
That's actually pretty funny, because there's actually been light research done about how a lot of times tribes would turn on each other because there was no food.
Yeah. because of the scarcity of bison. There was treaties, dog. There was treaties made by the U.S. government with big chiefs of other fucking tribes, like the Crows and the fucking Apaches, and
Yeah.
they would tell them, "We're gonna make a treaty. As long as there's bison on your area for you to hunt, we will not cross onto your land." According to the U.S., right? Well, guess what the U.S. did? The U.S. would send secret agents to the land to mass kill thousands of bisons, buffalo, thousands of buffalo by the day, so that all the Indian tribes will go starving, and then they would have no reason why not to go in there. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So
What you get
moving
for
on
number
to number 6.
That is right.
Believe it or not, now that we talk about secret agents, there was various incidents in the Midwest where women would actually try to lure Native Americans out by pretending that they wanted them slash fell in love with them, but it would actually be a trip to their death. So back in the day in the Midwest, you'd actually have, I want to say white women per se, where they were actually being told by their husbands or so forth, or brothers, whatever it was, to actually ring out and bring out all of these men by trying to lure them and everything, and they would actually get massacred and killed, and actually even say and take it back to the city, well, ranch or whatever it was, and say, "Oh, these Native Americans tried to hurt my wife, so we
Yeah.
killed all of them," and cause
Yeah.
mass mayhem and give them even more reason to go and raid the lands.
Yeah, absolutely. Which also brings up number 7.
Ooh.
Scalping. Ha! Yeah, I didn't want to mention this one, but yeah, scalping was not only practiced by the tribes within tribes on tribe fucking homicides, but as the years passed, the colonists from the original 13 states started transforming the new country and established the government, right? That started looking at the Native Americans as vicious. So what they did was they treated the Native Americans how they would treat each other. They set up a special unit of military members,
Okay.
and open a hunting season
Wow.
in the U.S. for natives, and they would pay each fucking military member money per each native scalp that they would bring back. So you have to kill the native, scalp the native, and then bring back the piece of hair and scalp to the military leaders, so that
it'd be
you
like
can
a
get your
reward.
money back. Yeah.
Wow.
Hunting season was open. Yeah, dog. It's kind of fucked up, dude. But I mean, the tribes were doing that against each other. It's a Native American thing. It's how you fucking take away honor from each other. But now the United States was also practicing on them. So it's kind of, it's fucked up, brother.
Number 8, my people, second to last. We're almost done. Done. Number 8 is actually through poison. So a lot of people don't know this, but before, back in the day, people wouldn't have this water bottles, wouldn't have anything like that. So what a lot of people did was actually bring these giant pallets, well, not pallets, giant barrels of water, and actually have it at their place, or constantly go to the river back and forth. So what they would do is start throwing a bunch of debris, clutter, trash into the river or into the thing where it actually damaged them enough where they would die of real sickness.
That's happening nowadays. That's happening now.
It is
fluoride in our water. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So they would throw what happens, especially now, but we as as non-indigenous people, unlike the natives use everything, but we just eat whatever we need. Feathers, everything else gets thrown away. They would just throw it and pollute the water so bad that it would actually kill them.
You know, that was getting done in Paris. While Paris was going through the Black Plague and throwing their feces and their dead on the river, the Aztecs had a fucking perfect sewer system. So, yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the hardest one, and please, discretion is advised. Number 9, rape war. Yeah, as fucked up as it sounds, rape war. After all the men were eliminated through scalping, the Europeans, remember I told you scalping was done by the U.S. to the tribes as hunting season. Okay. Well, the Europeans would take the women and the small females and rape them. This will produce a child from a white man's seed. Women then would go and since they lost their fucking men, their leaders, their chiefs, their men, the protectors of their tribes, they would then later migrate onto other tribes. They would get, since they were already impregnated by white men, the tribes will then reject them and sometimes even kill them for meddling with white men, regardless if they were raped or not. So this is like black on black crime. Think about us native on native crime. The colonists took advantage of every possible angle to destroy and create a genocide on the natives, bro.
Most definitely.
Yeah, they took even the culture and they fucking twisted it around to their advantage. The point was to eliminate all tribe bloodline and eventually take the land with no opposing threats. This is exactly what happened. Hashtag look it up. They did rape, they did kill, and they also kidnapped babies. They would kidnap all the male. They would fucking take them into concentration camps and teach them nothing but English and tell them that to only practice Christian religion, so that all their culture, all of it, will be destroyed. There's a saying going: you can't save the Indian. You destroy the Indian and save the man. So they would destroy the Indian in the man, right, and only keep the man and save the man. And then they will use them as slaves because they weren't fair skinned. It's some of the more fucked up things about Thanksgiving. This is how Thanksgiving came to grow. A lot of people say that Thanksgiving was a moment when the Pilgrims came and shared food with the natives, where it was the other way around. It was the natives giving food to the Pilgrims and showing them how to cook, how to clean, how to fucking preserve the meat under earth with salt as a refrigerator, how to eat. The original Thanksgiving meal wasn't with a turkey. It was actually with deer and otters. So this is what they would eat. And corn. There was no fucking sweet potato pie. A lot of the things now changed to make it more commercial, but in reality, Thanksgiving is a whole different thing. In fact, the Thanksgiving holiday was created and adopted nationwide by Abraham Lincoln. Hashtag look it up.
Damn, you blowing my mind, Trebles. You fucking blowing my motherfucking mind.
Thanksgiving.
My people,
That's right.
those were your 9 worst way to kill Native Americans.
Mm-hmm. By the Pilgrims, not that we're trying to kill that. They got killed.
Yeah. No, that got killed. Okay, let's get that straight. That got killed.
That is right. Everybody, we want to hope that fucking all of you guys enjoyed this fucking episode. We want to send love and massive shout outs and give you thanks for every single time that you tune back in. Make sure you spend all these fucking amazing moments with your family members and spend love and spread all this fucking knowledge with them. And if you can, make sure you fucking, if you have an iPhone, please drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Big time, please let them know where they can find you.
You guys know the deal. Catch me at EKNAT626. EKNAT626. .IVIX is no longer affiliated with us. Forget that account. Don't listen to anything above it. But besides that, I want to give a massive shout out. Thank you guys for everything. If you guys happen to be bored over this small little vacation, don't forget to go check out paranoidradio.com. Once again, paranoidradio.com. You could actually see the full lineup where it's easy for you to check out all of our free content. Check out our previous guests that have been on. Definitely go check it out if you guys have some time. Till the next time.
That is right. That's right. You can find me at Trebles Garcia, TREBLES, Garcia on all social media platforms. Make sure you check us out on paranoidradio.com. Massive love to all the Red Pill Heavy Hitter gangs. Thank you, Morphix. Thank you, JB. Thank you, Solis Reiki. And thank you, Perception Reading, for being here with us and always helping us promote. This fucking episode is dedicated to every single one of you, all the fucking probers fucking joining us again. And Big Tank, again, thank you so much for joining me. Paranoidradio.com, paranoidradio.com. Drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Please don't forget. Have a good one. Enjoy yourselves. Boom. Blow your fucking mind.